Hey y'all, it's your girl Ty Twin, and I'm back at it again with another flight attendant video. Hopefully, maybe, crossing my fingers. So I'm currently on the phone with crew scheduling. There's a trip on my schedule and I'm trying to go ahead and get notified. It is after 12 a.m. My reserve period is 12 a.m. to 10 a.m. So I'm trying to go ahead and get notified of this trip before I lay down, because technically I'll really only get a good 2 hours of sleep if they do notify me of this trip. I will see y'all in the morning when I'm technically getting ready for this 4-day trip. So yeah, I'll see y'all hopefully in a couple hours. All right, before we start this video, to like, comment, subscribe, go ahead and press that bell so that you are notified of when I upload videos. Hey guys, I was late, extremely late this morning. Literally, I woke up when I was supposed to be at the gate to my supervisor calling me, asking me where I was at. So I'm not even mad, because it's not like I was actively trying to check in. Like, no, I was just super late. We just had a leg to Atlanta. It was like an hour and some change. The flight was super chill. Somebody on the flight told me I sound like Issa Rae. That's like the best compliment. For the rest of the day, we have 3 more flights. Y'all, I've never worked 4 flights in one day. So next we go to Philadelphia, then Philly to Orlando, and then Orlando to Pittsburgh. We should get there around 6:30. It's a long day, short sits, just gonna be in the air all day. Y'all, that last flight was a lot. Like, honestly, it was a lot. Boarding, horrible, because you have so many families and everybody's split up from their families, and so it's like I gotta figure out how to get people with their kids, or it was a lot. It was a lot. And then when we landed, nobody wanted to sit down so we can actually go to the gate, and then we ended up having to wait like 5 minutes. Everybody's just up, and it's just like, sit down, what are y'all doing? We have one more flight. We're going to Pittsburgh tonight. We should get there around 6:26. The flight time is listed at 2:16. However, probably around 2. I'll let y'all know when we get there. All right, so guys, update on this next flight to Pittsburgh. So we have been even further delayed because we don't have any pilots. We don't know where they're at, or who was supposed to work the flight. But mind you, we were 30 minutes delayed coming into Orlando. So usually if we're that delayed, the pilots are already at the gate trying to run on board. That didn't happen. So we sat on the plane with people on it, waiting for the pilots for an hour and a half before a supervisor came, told them to deplane, because this is just a lot. This is a lot. These people are pissed. And I mean, this one man started walking back to the back to where me and the other girl was, talking about what's the excuse today. Like, sir, I don't have an excuse. I don't know what's going on either. I'm trying to go to Pittsburgh so I can go to sleep too. Okay, so I have nothing to do with it. I have more questions than you, if at this point. Like, come on. I'll keep y'all updated, because there's apparently they're getting pilots from Fort Myers and they're gonna drive them to Orlando. That is a 3-hour and 30-minute drive. It's currently 5:39, so people are getting out for work, which means traffic. We're just chilling on the plane waiting to see what's going on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I will see y'all whenever I have an update of whatever is going on. Guys, finally made it to a hotel. Y'all, I'm gonna show y'all the room, and then I'm gonna get my life together, and I'll probably come on tomorrow, tell y'all about like what actually happened. So yeah, here's the room. Amira with me, and then let's go into the restroom. Y'all, look at this freaking clock. Like, ah! Does it do anything else? No? Okay, cool. So yeah, this is nice though. Toilet, little nook, beautiful shower head. So excited. And yeah, let's go back out. That's where I'm gonna put my luggage. 2 beds, a big ass TV. And let's see, fridge, safe, extra sheets and stuff, coffee area, a desk area. It's so dark in here. Let me turn on some lights. There we go. Yeah, this is the room. I even have a ceiling fan, which never happens. And then we also have, oh, we can't go on the balconies. I thought. So there's a balcony, but can't see anything. I thought I was gonna be able to people watch. Apparently not though. Okay guys, so I'm finally back to tell y'all what happened the last day I worked, because I've done a lot in between then. Our first day of flying, we were supposed to go from Dallas to Atlanta, Atlanta to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Orlando, and then Orlando to Pittsburgh. So we did every single thing up until we got to Orlando. Y'all, it was a whole hot mess. We got to Orlando, and the pilots that we had used all day ended up getting off the flight because their day was done. So then we're sitting there waiting for the next pilots to come on. So we were already delayed coming in, so they wanted to hurry up and start boarding us. So we was like, all right, cool, whatever. Y'all, we're sitting there for 10 minutes, no pilots. 20 minutes, still no pilots. 30 minutes, still no pilots. Y'all, we sat on that plane for probably an hour and a half without any pilots, with the full boat of people on, right? People are starting to ask us questions like, what's going on? What's happening? And I didn't know this, but in Orlando, the past couple days, the weather was really bad. So all types of people, flights were getting canceled. The flight going to Pittsburgh from Orlando earlier that day was canceled. And so you had all of these people who were on that flight and on flights from days before, they were all getting pushed down and rolled over to this flight, which is why this flight was completely full. After a while, the lead flight attendant, he's like, oh no, this ain't it. So he's like trying to get the gate agent to come down or whatever. And so eventually they got a manager to come down and deplane the plane. People obviously were irritated at that and annoyed. An hour and a half maybe passed, if an hour and a half passes. A supervisor came down and was like, oh yeah, the pilots are here. And we're just like, they're what? She's like, yeah, the pilots are here, they're getting food. And I'm like, what? I'm sorry? So my lead is like, no, we're not gonna board the plane up until we see the pilots. So the gate agent started to try and insinuate that they was gonna blame or put a delay on the crew, on us, because we didn't want to board the plane without pilots. Moving on, because that's sprinkling a little bit of foreshadowing in there for you guys. At this point, we're about to time out. We can't go past 16 hours of work. We had to have taken off by a certain time. That way, while we're in flight, we don't time out, if that makes sense. So we had to be gone. That boarding door had to be closed by 7:18, right? In order for us not to time out during flight. They made us reboard. The supervisor, she didn't really give us a choice, so we reboarded the plane. We didn't know if the captains or the pilots were here. We never saw them. We just heard from them that the pilots were here. So we're reboarding again. And you even have some passengers saying, yes, they're here. I saw them. And it's just like, okay, you saw some pilots, but were they the pilots from this flight? We sitting on the plane again. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And at this point, the boarding door was never going to end up being closed, even if the pilots did come, because the pilots have to come in. They have to do all their checks. The FO has to walk around the aircraft to make sure everything is correct with the aircraft. And on top of that, we needed maintenance in the back. So there was no way that we were not going to time out, which meant that crew scheduling was going to have to call some reserve flight attendants, because we're at a base, so there's reserves. So that wouldn't have been an issue. However, you have to give reserves unless they're sitting ready, a 2-hour call out period. So that would have delayed the flight even more by another 2 hours. It gets to like 7:24. Mind you, I just said our time, we timed out at 7:18. The supervisor, gate agent, she came on board talking about, y'all know what's finna happen. Everybody was cussing, going off, but you know, I was in the back of the aircraft, so I was explaining to people like, you know, we just can't work past a certain amount of time. And it's just like, I feel bad for y'all, but I mean, technically, legally speaking, per the FAA, we cannot work past 16 hours. Here's the kicker though. Those pilots that were here at the airport getting food, they were never even here. The gate agent just said that they were here, and why? Who knows? Who knows why the sky is blue, you know? Stuff like that. Who knows why the wind blows? She just came up with an excuse to get those people out of the gate area, but she wanted to put them back on the plane. So she did that, and now, since they had to deplane again, these people were livid. They were hot. They were pissed. Like, when we eventually came off of the plane, the police were up there waiting. Y'all, it took an hour and a half for one of our crew members to get a hold of crew scheduling. By then, though, we ended up going to a different terminal where it was more quiet and less crowded, just sitting and waiting. And we waited, and we waited some more, and we waited some more, and we waited some more, and some more, some more, some more, some more, some more. So technically, we timed out at like 10 something that night. 10 something, 10 20, I don't know, 10 something. And mind you, it was 7:18 when we timed out, and it was 7:45 from when everybody got off the plane. Probably around 10:40 I refreshed my schedule, and I seen that we had an updated schedule. On day 2 of this trip, we just had a 41-hour layover in Orlando, because the day 2 we were supposed to have 3 legs. I think it was from Pittsburgh to Fort Lauderdale, Nashville, and Nashville back to Orlando. But they ended up just canceling all that and then giving us a 41-hour layover in Orlando. We did not get a hotel room until 12:30 in the morning, okay? 12:30 in the morning is when we got to the information about where we were supposed to stay at that night. That's what ended up happening. I didn't get to the room, as y'all saw in my room tour, until really late. I think I mentioned the time. I can't quite remember though. But yeah, so that's that on that. Let's go to the gym. So I know y'all are probably confused. We ended up going to Universal Studios since we had a 41-hour layover. I never do anything on my layovers. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this one, because I did, and you know, it was something different for me. We ended up going to Diagon Alley, which is what you're seeing right now. It was so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get to it. Hey guys, so I'm about to go to the pool and edit my Easter video, which should be up tomorrow, guys, because I have been just being lazy. Today we have 2 legs. Yeah, 2 legs. We go from Orlando to Chicago, Chicago to Atlanta, and then we'll get there around 11:45 it says tonight. We're gonna meet downstairs at 4:30 to walk over to the terminal, to the gate, because for once in life we stayed at the airport, even though we never stay at the airport. But considering the circumstances, I have been up since 8. I've worked out, I've sat in the sun. You know, I've had a full day already. So right now I'm currently packing up my carry-on luggage. I'm about to put on my uniform And yeah, I'm finished. I'm gonna check the room and make sure I'm not leaving anything either. Hey guys, so we landed in Atlanta. I'm now at the new Atlanta hotel. I'm gonna give y'all a room tour. Then I'm going to take a shower and stuff. And for real tonight, I'm gonna come back and tell y'all how the day was. So, like I just said, this hotel is new. I actually got a handicap room, which I'm not mad about or anything. Then we have the restroom, tub, toilet, mirror, LED light, all my baggage, and me, hello. Then we have the TV, desk area, king size bed, dresser. This is cute. Then we have closets, or a wardrobe rather, coffee, whatnot, safe, no creepers, and also, which is odd, they don't have a thing for your suitcase. A chair, and my view is of some trees and the parking lot. It's the morning. I didn't come back. I was on the phone, y'all. But let me tell you guys about yesterday. Our first flight that we did yesterday was from Orlando to Chicago. It was a bit turbulent, so it was a lot. I was in the back of the plane, and of course, if you're in the back of the plane, you're going to feel the most turbulence. So if you don't want to do that, ladies and gentlemen, please purchase your tickets and choose the front of the plane. There was a flight attendant. He was non-revving on our on the flight, and he just laced me up with so much information about the company and how crew schedule is trying to do you, because if y'all know, or if y'all have seen my last video that I actually just posted, so you know, go click that link right here. Yeah, go check it out. But you can see I got finessed. He helped me out a lot. Then we went from Chicago to Atlanta, y'all. So you know how I say, you know, we do accept tips. Like, flight attendants accept tips. We're not gonna tell you we do. Like, sometimes I'll do it jokingly, but you know, we do accept tips. It's not oftentimes that people know this about our jobs. Y'all, I got the biggest tip I've ever gotten on the plane yesterday, and I don't really want to divulge that information about how much it was, but this couple, I think she said, the wife had told me that they purchased their tickets together. They got on the plane, it split them up. Like, they was just right across from each other in the same row. They were both in the aisle seats. She was like, you know, if there's a possibility, can you move us together? So I was like, okay, just give me a minute. And once boarding is complete, I'll see if I can move you around. So I knew I was going to be able to move them around because the flight only had 128 people on it. It was a Airbus 321, which holds 228 people. So I just had to wait to see where people were at before I sat them down somewhere. So I ended up moving them up a little bit closer to the front and gave them a whole row to themselves. Y'all, so once I finally ended up sitting down and playing my little solitary, the wife came over, and I thought she was just gonna ask me a question because she sat down. She passed me. She was like, here, my husband wanted to give this to you. Thank you so much. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you. And she did it secretly, and she made sure she was quiet so that nobody heard what was going on. So I was like, okay, you meant this should be just for me, and I will take it. Okay. This trip overall has been really good. The crew has been pretty cool, and I'm glad I've had the lead that I've had, because he is so knowledgeable about the company. He's been here about 14 years, and he's really helped us out, especially with the whole no pilots fiasco and us timing out. And he's really been the one who knows and who's handled a lot. So it's always great when you have a strong, knowledgeable person in your crew. We leave, our van time is at 5. We only have one flight to Atlanta. No, from Atlanta to Dallas. We get to Dallas around 8. So one thing that I actually did forget to tell y'all about our last flight yesterday, we actually had to do abort our landing and do it over again, because apparently air traffic control had us coming in too high or something. I don't know. So I am heading downstairs now. It is 5 till, yeah, it's 4:58. and shuttle is 5 o'clock. And our showtime, I don't think, isn't until 5:55, but we have to take the plane train, and the plane train last night was acting real funny. So yeah, here's my OOTD. Same thing as yesterday, but yeah, I rebraided my hair because it's looking all frizz monsterly, and it needs to be washed because all this product I have in it. Hey guys, so I got back like 20 minutes ago. It is, I don't know, almost 12, I think, probably 10 till 12 now. We were supposed to leave at 6 something because our showtime was 5:55, I think. Yeah, our showtime was 5:55, so we were supposed to leave around 6:45 or something like that, right? Y'all, we was delayed 2 hours, or was it 3? I don't know. We was delayed by a lot. The incoming flight from Detroit, their paperwork was incorrect. Because their paperwork wasn't correct, or they didn't have paperwork, they put too much fuel in, so they had to go get some fuel out. And this is all after taxiing, so they had to go back to the gate. And then after that, apparently the tug thing for the trucks that pushed the plane out from the gate, apparently that broke. It was just a whole bunch. That flight was a bit bumpy. Everybody for the most part was okay. Nobody too crazy or rowdy. It was a couple crying kids on board. But other than that, yeah, I'm finally home. Thanks for coming and joining on this trip. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I actually did something for once. I don't know how great my footage is, but I tried, okay? I hope you guys come back and see me again. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend about me and this channel. We're also hiring. I'm gonna just keep saying that at the end of every video for anybody who's interested in this lifestyle. We are hiring. So if you want to randomly go to Universal Studios, or have the opportunity to randomly go to Universal Studios on a Monday, you know, my job does that. Thank you guys for coming. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I'll put it up here. And yeah, I think that's all. Okay, bye.